Crazy when you're busy and you're feeling dizzy. Crazy when you're busy and you're feeling blue. Crazy when you're busy and you're feeling dizzy. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Well, this ain't the place where you ought to be. You gotta be somewhere you can be free. Doing your thing, strutting your stuff. Don't you think you've been here long enough? And if I were you, yeah, if I were you, I'll be long, long gone. Long, long gone. Yeah. Why am I saying this? Well, years ago, I was sitting in a pub down in Bracknell, and near Bracknell, actually, a place called Moss End, yeah. And sitting in the corner, trying to write some music down, a few lyrics for a song. And the barmaid came up to me and said, "What are you doing?" So I explained, and she said, "Can you write something for me?" So I said, "Well, I'll try." I said, "Well, what's your name?" "Kizzy." "What are you doing here?" "I'm a barmaid." "Do you like the job?" "Hate it." So I sat down. 10 minutes later, I'd written what you just hear. I did it there and then for the pub. It went down fairly well. I mean, not brilliantly. I mean, my voice is not that great, but it's good fun. Anyway, I thought I'd just let you know that because I was talking about singing the other day and found a way I've been treated when I was a kid. So just wanted to follow that up. Yeah, I was talking to one of my daughters today and explained about when I was a kid at school. And our headmistress was like the headmistress in Matilda in that film, and but smaller, but dressed almost exactly the same. Very frightening. Anyway, one day at school, I went home for lunch, and there was no lunch. Mother wasn't happy about seeing me, so I wandered a mile or two back to school. Way with the fairies it was, completely world of my own, and didn't realise the time had gone by. I just got past the school gates, and someone shouted, "There he is!" This teacher rushed out, grabbed me by the arm, and dragged me in front of the headmistress, who proceeded to accuse me of playing truant, which I hadn't been, of course. And then she started to, well, it got into a battle of wheels, really, and she started to hit me with this cane. After a few whacks, I grabbed the cane, broke it in half, even though I was only about 5 years old, but the strength came from somewhere. Anyway, he then went into the cupboard and got this other cane out and was going to hit me across the face with it. Suddenly the door opened and this young teacher came in, yes, young woman teacher. Said, "Hey, stop." So this headmistress stopped. The young woman teacher told me to go home, which I went home, of course. It was nearly home time anyway. And I heard an argument going on inside the room. Well, the next day, my mother went to school to sort things out. And I don't know what happened and what was said, but we never saw that teacher again. It was just like something from the Matilda film, so I thought I'd let you have that. Yes, things were different in them days, very different. And I always noticed at school that teachers didn't help those who needed help as much as those who were already good. So if you were bright at something, they'd help you. If you're a bit of a dunce, they didn't seem to want to. And I've got two brothers-in-law who are teachers, and I spoke to them about it. And I said, "Well, of course, we want to help the good ones, you know." Basically, their egos, of course. Stroke the ego. Nice. A few kudos. But my attitude is completely different, based on my experience, of course, obviously. But those who are not so bright need the most help, and that's what teachers should be doing. And I'm afraid that these days they're not doing it as they weren't in those days. Yeah. Other things happened, that were interesting. We went across the mud flats in the Langton Harbour when the tide was out in the summer, of course. We get on the mud, and there's all these creeks, and the water in the creeks was always warmer, quite bath-like at times. And we sort of flung ourselves in the stomach to slide down into the creeks. There's always a little bit of a slope into the creek, so sliding down, splashing around, having great fun, going back, clad in mud. And I remember one day, we went back, we actually couldn't clean ourselves off. We had about an inch or so of mud on us, all caking, looking like a load of crocodiles. So we walked across the spit of land to Eastney Beach, where there's a shingle beach. Of course, the tide, you could always get in, and wash yourself off. And we walk along this road, and this woman came towards us, and she had a young daughter with her, dressed in a lovely little dress, all starched and, pretty. And she says, Cynthia, come away from those rough boys." I never considered myself as being rough, but you make your own judgment on that. Yes, it was an interesting time, and I've got a lot more stories, but I don't want to bore you too much with them, so I'll end it now and just let you make your own decisions on things. So take care of yourself out there. Bye.